2 on today here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. It's the 2019 3C2A Water Polo Championship from Golden West College. First semifinal in the women's bracket, Fullerton and Sierra. Fullerton the top seed from the south, Sierra the 2 seed from the north. Sierra College is the defending state champs, but Fullerton the favorite here in 2019. We look at the starting lineups here. Tatiana Cava in goal for Fullerton. Alexis Lopez, Abby Nunez, Brianna Portales, Brianna Santis, Diana Levas, and Kelly Doherty. Head coach Gabriel Martinez for Sierra. In goal, Samantha Churcher, Kate Bolter. We'll get that to you here shortly. About set and ready to go here, poolside from Golden West. Fullerton in the blue caps, in the white caps, it's Sierra the Wolverines. The Wolverines win the opening sprint. Hardenberg holding, takes it far side to Kate Bolter. We'll have a foul. This one's going back the other way for the Hornets. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you on today's coverage. Happy to join us, everybody. Spread the word, www.SoCalCollegeSports.com, and our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. In the middle, it's Alexandra Lopez looking to get some room. That ball stolen, and we'll have a turnover back the other way. It will go as Schercher will look to get the race started. And she throws it right back to the Hornets as Brianna Santis intercepts. Exclusion over. The Hornets now in attack mode. Near side Doherty. Up top, Portales. Portales holding. Looking for some room. Gives over to Nunez. Nunez looking for an opening. Nunez is converged on defensively. That one a foul. Not a kick out. It stays with the Hornets. It hits the end line. It's going back to the Wolverines. Holding near side, Jordan Galbaugh. Bailey Chapman. Holding, looking to enter it into the middle. And we have a timeout at the pool deck. And Coach Gabriel Martinez will elect to bring in some new players. Wholesale substitutions. There's Maya Unland, Charlie Jackson, Venezia Atalano will come into the contest. Cava will come up from her goalkeeping spot. Start this possession off. Near side, Atalano. That shot over the crossbar, wide left. And the Wolverines will have it. Just underway here, match 2 of the day. Semifinal number 1 in the women's bracket. Elena Hardenberg enters into the center to Calzada. Kicks it back to the point. This is Bolter up top. Swung around to Galbaugh. Back and forth it goes. They're looking to open up the middle. The defense holding strong for Fullerton. Galbaugh can't handle that one cleanly. Enters it, looking for the one-timer, and the defense is there, but will this be an exclusion or a 5-meter? And I believe the initial call is going to be, this is going to be a 5-meter. Scoreless here. And Sierra Crouch will look to get the scoring going. As Cava readies herself at the goal. 5-meter. Is off the crossbar. Cava holds, and we remain scoreless. Ball will stay here with the Wolverines. Bolter tracks it down. Defense converges. This will be a foul. Sierra Sierra's Angie Calzada will send this one over the crossbar. It'll go back to the Hornets. Fullerton up ahead. This is Rakel. Rakel on the far side holding. Kicks it up top. Atalano. That ball squirts away from her. Able to get to it first. Challenged by Galball. Mendoza to the point. That pass intercepted. That's Hardenberg. And Hardenberg wins a possession for the Wolverines. Scoreless here early. And the Wolverines looking to spur the upset here in semifinal number 1 in the women's bracket. Ball near side to Chapman. Chapman looking for the one-timer. That one off of the face of Cava, right back in the middle, and it's Calzada who strikes first blood. Sierra on top, 1-0. You see it here. Calzada stays with it. Cava was initially there. It gives up that goal. Rakel kicks it back, and early on, it just doesn't look like Fullerton's very sharp. We expect a little bit more from the top seed in the South, and maybe they just haven't got off the bus yet. Rakel fires it inside. That one saved by Churcher. Churcher kicks this one ahead. Heart of a champion here for Sierra, defending state champs, looking to go back-to-back here in 2019. And the work cut out for them, but they are up on Fullerton's top seed from the South, 1-0 here in first quarter play. Chapman at the point, looking for Calzada again. Calzada off of the bar. Ball opened up in the middle. This is Hardenberg. She's to it first, wins it. Galbar comes away with it. Sierra will maintain possession. As Chapman holds, working against Mendoza. Plenty of time on the shot clock. As Galbar surveys the defense, looking for an opening. Enters into Chapman. Chapman looking for Calzada. No, that's not Calzada. That's Crouch, and Crouch trying to come free. Unable to get much on it. Cava right there. Cava will kick down the pool to an open Lexi Raquel. Rakel. Rakel looking for the lob shot. That one off the crossbar. And nothing going here early on for the Fullerton top-seeded Hornets. On the lead up to the championships here at Golden West in the women's bracket, particularly, the South style of water polo is very aggressive. You see the amount of exclusions and ejections on the season for both teams from the South in Riverside and Fullerton. Riverside spurring the upset in the in the SoCal region, upsetting Santa Barbara. And Santa Barbara, who we've oftentimes seen up at the water polo championships, not here this year. And according to a couple coaches, Santa Barbara looked like sometimes the best team in the state. It was Riverside with the upset. And it's Fullerton and the Tigers here representing the South in the 3C2A Water Polo Championship. Still 1-0 Sierra. Galbaugh holding with the left hand, looking for an opening. She's looking for Calzada. Calzada had the first goal. Cava right there. That's terrific defense down low by Charlie Jackson. This one kicked up ahead. Rakel goes cross pool, and this one on the near post is saved by Churcher. Samantha Churcher, freshman goalie, having herself a good first quarter. Balzer Enters it into Hardenberg. Hardenberg comes near side. Whistle against Fullerton. It goes back to the far side. Not much on it there that time from Hardenberg. Rakel. We get something started here for the Hornets. Remember, there was that mass substitution early on in the first quarter. I wonder if the Hornets are playing a little coy here. They're trying to get the starters a little tired out for Sierra. They maybe bring back their starters at the start of the second period. Only 1-0. Sierra, obviously not an insurmountable lead. This is a lead by the slimmest of margins. Galbaugh enters in. Hardenberg. Calzada comes free. Look at the strength from Calzada, looking to send it over the head of Cava. Instead, it's over the crossbar. Calzada, Angie has been busy early. Shot clock turned off, 20 seconds to play in the opening quarter. And I believe we'll have a whistle against Fullerton. And that'll do it for the first quarter. And look here, Sierra on top with the top seed from Southern California. The Fullerton College Hornets will look to regroup after this. Start the second period here from Golden West College, side of the 2019 Men's and Women's Water Polo Championship, and the top seed from the South, Fullerton, down 1-0 to Sierra, the defending state champs, looking to spur the upset here in the opening semifinal in the women's bracket. Golden West moves on to the championship bracket tomorrow. They will play the winner of Long Beach and Sierra. Ball entered inside. Ball kicked ahead again to Rakel. Rakel brings it near side to Irene. That one off the mark. So Sierra now with possession. Sabrina Grotto holding near side. She's working against Mendoza. Entry pass not there. We'll have a foul call. This is going to go against Hardenberg. Cava has a player up ahead. Irie. Foul against Sierra. Irie kicks it over to Jackson. Jackson looking for a lane. Can't find one. Brings it up top to the point to Mendoza. Mendoza, and we'll have a foul going the other way. As Sierra now takes possession, clinging to a 1-point lead. Looking for some padding. Chapman up ahead of the pack. Chapman driving. Has an angle. She's fouled by Jackson. One-timer, not there. She was looking for Sierra Crouch. It's a terrific effort. Crouch just unable to get enough on it. Just past her outstretched hands. More substitutions. Now a lot of the starters back into the ball game for Fullerton. We see Nunez, Portales, Santis. And we're having a discussion poolside. Did Sierra call a timeout? I wonder if we can get a word as to what is being said on the far side between Gabriel Martinez, the coach for Fullerton, and the head linesman. Timeout called by Scott Decker. And it's a savvy move here by Sierra, because they recognize that there was some momentum in favor of Fullerton, and they put a stop right to it. They get the timeout call, and play will resume. Fullerton obviously unhappy, but a bit of gamesmanship from Coach Decker works to perfection. Doherty kicks it up top. Lopez looking for some room. Back to Doherty. And we will have an exclusion. Avery Vanderlinden will come off. And that one skip shot off of the post. Corralled by Hardenberg, and Sierra survives the power play. Still with a 1-0 lead. As Churcher will look to get the counter off and running. Vanderlinden comes out of the box. She has the ball right now. Kicks it up top to Hardenberg. Hardenberg reverses near side to Potts. Madison Potts enters in. And the defense there as Portales converges. They're looking for Sabrina Grotto. And Grotto double teamed to perfection by Fullerton. Coming up at the 5-minute mark in the second period. Sierra 1-0 off of the hand of Angie Calzada. And that's where we stand right now. That shot on goal, but stopped by Churcher. Diana Levas with the shot from Fullerton. Ball comes near side to Potts. They enter into Grotto. Grotto kicks it back out. Potts with some room to work. Up, swinging back up to the point. Back to Grotto. Grotto looking to move on Portales. Portales, such a presence in the pool. And Grotto will just have to kill it in the corner. Doherty with it near side, kicks it to the far side of the pool. And if you just look at the passing here, Fullerton just not very crisp in this first half. And you'd have to expect that Coach Martinez is going to be pretty vociferous in his halftime speech. Now halfway through the second period, and his team down 1-0, coming in as the favorite. Were they looking ahead? The defending state champ might find themselves in tomorrow's final. The winner of this one will take on the winner of West Valley Riverside. Fullerton looking to even it up. They have a bit of a break going here. This is Lopez up top, Rakel. The defense is there. The foul is called. This is Doherty. Doherty enters inside. Backhander, not there. Saved beautifully by Churcher as she stones Santis. And timeout, Wolverines. And Coach Decker going to take his time here. We'll take a break ourselves. 1-0. Sierra on top with possession when we come back. Sierra on top of Fullerton with possession. Coach Gabriel Martinez looking to draw something up out of the timeout. His team on defense, undoubtedly the Hornets will have something drawn up. On their next offensive possession, meanwhile, Baltzer working against Lopez. At the point, enters it to the far side to Sierra Crouch. Crouch looking for Hardenberg. Calzada with the only goal in this game. Point blank, she's got another one. Angie Calzada, 2, Fullerton nothing. That's a terrific job of movement here by Sierra, and the execution is spot on. Perfect placement, as Cava really no chance on that one, given her positioning. Sierra with a 2-0 lead, coming up on the 3-minute mark in the second period. And Cava will enter it in. Lexi Rakel kicks it up top. Jackson, the execution this time. They're looking for Santis down low. We'll have an exclusion here. So Sierra man down. They've been unscathed thus far. Will the shutout continue after this possession? Rakel up top, Doherty. Doherty, Santis. They work it around, and the goal finally in off the arm of Abigail Nunez. Well, we talked about the execution not being there up to this point for Fullerton. We see it this time on this possession. Nunez hits home. 2-1. Both teams on the board now here. 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. You're watching 3C2A Women's Water Polo Semifinal number 1, 2019 edition. 4 games today and tomorrow. Early games tomorrow will be the third place games. Our coverage starts at 9:30. And a foul called on Calzada. Meanwhile, down the pool we go. Lopez up ahead to Doherty. She has some free room in front of her. She's one-on-one with the goalie. Lob shot off the crossbar. Santis looking to converge. Not there. Excuse me, that was Nunez looking for her second. Goes beyond the end line. It's going to stay with Fullerton. They'll have possession as Nunez will enter it in. Fresh shot clock. They'll look to work it around. Doherty near side. Kicks it up top, Rakel. Lopez over to Santis. Santis, the goal scorer, and she puts one in, and we're knotted up at 2-all. So the Hornets starting to wake up here in the second quarter. You expected that to be the case at some point. And Santis with a beautiful skip shot near side cage. So Sierra will look to counter here. After giving up the lead, they'd held it for much of this first half, but now we're all knotted up at 2-all. And after a fairly abysmal first half to start things off for Fullerton, if they could go in tied or maybe even with the lead going in at halftime, it bodes well for their success, that's for sure. Coming in as the favorite, top seed in the state per the rankings in California. Cava over to Rakel. Rakel thought about a lob shot, instead brings it up top to Portales. Portales near side, Jackson looking for Santis, not there. Nunez looking for another one, tries to go cross cage. This one deflected, going to stay here. Rakel will bring it in. Portales out front, kicks it over to Jackson. Jackson up top to Santis. Santis, Jackson. Nunez, they're looking for something to develop. Pretty good defense here. 23, plenty of time left on the shot clock. Portales looking for some room, tries to fire one past 3 defenders. Churcher all over it. Under a minute to go. Lob pass near side. Galbaugh to Crouch. Crouch really all over the place offensively. Very versatile. Kicks it over to Chapman. Chapman tracks it down. 6 on the shot clock. They're going to have to make something move here. Lob shot maybe over here to Hardenberg. No. Right to Cava, and Cava corrals it. So look to go down the pool with only 14 seconds left in the first half. Cava looking for Rakel. Rakel enters in. This is Lopez. Lopez with some room. We'll have an exclusion, it looks like, or a 5 meter. It'll be a 5 meter to punctuate the first half. The Hornets have a chance to take the lead going in. And here comes Brianna Santis. Santis one-on-one with Churcher. Churcher has been outstanding here in the first half. One-on-one, she guesses right, but Santis too good. Into the cage on the left, and it's 3-2 Hornets with 3 seconds left. Good job by Churcher here, but Santis places it perfectly skip shot. And some mustard on it. Well, the Wolverines were thinking upset. That's still in play. But the Hornets starting to defend the nest here at Golden West. Lead it 3-2 as we go in after 2. You're watching the 3C2A 2019 Water Polo Championships live from Golden West College. We head in the third period, 3-2, and Fullerton took the lead on this Brianna Santis 5-meter shot. Perfectly places Churcher. Guessed right, but Santis just too good. Santis with 2 goals in the first half, along with Abigail Nunez. For Sierra, it was Angie Calzada with a couple on the doorstep. And the opening second half sprint is underway. Fullerton comes away with it. Portales will survey from the backside. Kicks it up ahead. The pass a little bit long. Comes off to Doherty, able to track it down before it hits the end line. Portales, Santis near side. They're looking inside, see if they can free up Charlie Jackson. Nothing doing there. The defense pretty good for Sierra. The flick, that's from Lopez. Lopez unable to get one inside, and Sierra comes away unscathed. The opportunity here for them to even things up at 3-0. As they trail the top seed in Southern California by a goal. It's underway in the third quarter. Vanderlinden has that one squirt free. Looking for Calzada, and why not? Calzada one away from a hat trick. Down the pool it goes, looking to enter inside. We will have an exclusion here. They're going to go against Hardenberg. So Sierra man down. Doherty rises up. Portales, Santis. Beautiful pass. That one off of the crossbar. Does not go past the end line, but then it's forced through by Charlie Jackson. So Jackson, it's a 4-2 lead. Churcher unable to clear it. So Jackson gets into the act. And we're going back the other way. Calzada and Portales going back and forth. And they whistle Calzada. That one intercepted. They were looking out front for Abigail Nunez. But I don't know if the backside passer saw the defender. Have a whistle. Hardenberg enters in over to Potts. Potts looking for Calzada. Calzada looking to work versus Portales. She'll be fouled. The whistle. So have to kick back. Give and go. Portales with a steal. Fullerton with possession. Portales. Hornets looking for some more padding here. Portales from out front. That one dies in the water as Churcher falls on top of it. Fullerton comes in 30-3 on the season. Their losses on the season came to a Filipino national team, Laverne University, and Riverside. One-timer. This is Calzada with the hat trick. A decided favorite coming in. And right now they are in a dogfight with Sierra, the defending state champs. And might this slow start come back to doom Fullerton here in the semis? Semifinal number 1 of the women's bracket, 2019 3C2A Water Polo Championship. We're in Huntington Beach, California, on the campus of Golden West College. Whistle will go against the Hornets. The Wolverines will take over. Kicked up ahead to Balzer. Balzer quickly converged on defensively by Doherty. Doherty whistled for a foul, no exclusion there. Inside to Potts. Potts has it go away from her. Enter again into Calzada. Calzada looking for some room. She's looking to turn around on it. And Santi's terrific defense down low. Brianna just so versatile. Can play inside, can play outside. She has an absolute cannon. We saw that on the 5-meter to end the first half. That one entered in Lopez, and she's fouled. Will this be a 5-meter or an exclusion? I believe this is going to be a 5-meter coming up. Kelly Doherty will look to get in the scoring column. That one skipped in. That'll pad the lead at 5-3. Fullerton leads it. So Sierra will look to regroup here. Whistle going the other way. Sierra gives up possession. Beautiful entry pass. Nearly on the money from Cava looking for Santis. Instead tracked down by Potts. So Potts will win a possession for Sierra. Under 4 minutes to go in the third period. Over to Balzer. That pass thwarted, and the shot off the mark. Sabrina Grotto had that one deflected off of Lopez playing defensively. She was double teaming. It was Lopez and Nunez. And back the other way we go. Doherty just scored, looks to skip that one, comes off the crossbar. Churcher tracks it down. She'll start the break back the other way. Balzer working against Doherty. Doherty whistled for a foul. Maya Jones on the far side. Jones up top, Balzer from way out front. Kate Balzer. Stopped by Kama. Kama gets it started the other way to Lopez. Lopez over to Jackson. Jackson's in the scoring column here today for Fullerton. Jackson looking for a lane, and we'll have a whistle. Santos looks like she was trying to garner position on the inside. Whistle for a foul, a little bit too aggressive. We talked about the physicality of the South teams. And you have to believe, given that physicality, Scott Decker, head coach for Sierra, was going to talk about it to the referee, say, hey, keep an eye on it. Sierra within striking distance, 2:23 remaining in the third period, trailing by 2. Sierra out of the timeout will have possession. Trailing by 2, they took the lead early on. But at the end of the first half, it was Brianna Santis finally providing the Hornets with the lead they had not relinquished ever since. Leading it by 2, but the defending state champs in the heart of a champion not going away here. Semifinal number 1 in the women's bracket. Crouch working against Santis, looking to enter. The pressure starting to mount here from the Hornets defensively. Starting to ratchet it up. A whistle. Sierra with possession. They're looking for an entry pass, and Cava to it first. Hardenberg, the intended target, just beyond her reach. Cava gets it started back the other way. This is Nunez. Nunez rises up, can't handle it cleanly, maintains possession. That one blocked down by Churcher. Churcher up ahead to Galbaugh. Galbaugh all by herself. Portales comes to. And we're going to have a 5-meter called in favor of Sierra, as Chapman had come free and she was interfered with. This will be Crouch. Crouch looking to make it a 1-goal lead or for Fullerton. Instead goes wide right, but that was saved by Cava. See on replay if this one would have been in. Slow it down here for you. And that one saved indeed by Cava. Ball will stay here with Sierra in possession. New shot clock, 1:26 to go in the third period. Crouch from the far side, enters to the point. This is Vanderlinden. Crouch enters in, they're looking for Calzada. She has 3 goals here today, all 3 for the Wolverines. A whistle, and we're going the other way for Fullerton. 1:15 to go in the third. Santis drives it up ahead. That pass intercepted momentarily. What looked like Galbaugh. Hornets maintain possession. Portales out front at the point. Jackson with a goal, looking for another one. Tries to go cross cage. That one off the crossbar. Ricochets back to Santis. New shot clock. Churcher with another save. And Samantha Churcher trying to keep her team within striking distance as we head into the final stanza here in semifinal number 1. The defending state champs will not go away. We talked to coaches leading up in the week, and the prevailing theme was Fullerton a heavy favorite coming in. Well, don't tell that to Sierra. We took the lead to start things off, and they trail it only by a couple as we wind down the third. Crouch with it out front. Enters to Calzada in the middle, working against Santis. That shot gobbled up by Cava. Cava will fire this one the distance of the pool, wide left, and we go into the final quarter of play, 5-3. Top seed from the south looking to dispatch and dethrone the 2 seed from the north, Sierra College. We head into the final quarter of play. 5-3. The top seed from the South looks to move into the championship bracket. Only 3 losses on the year. One of them came to Riverside. The other 2 to a national team and to a 4-year school. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you on today's coverage. Jeffrey, you'll have the call of men's semifinal number 2. And a steal there. Doherty thwarted by the defense of Sierra converging. It's a nice play made by Sabrina Grotto. Chapman looking to come free. She just go give and go here. Chapman had a lot of room in front of her. Instead, she's converged on. Crouch with it on the far side. Crouch looking for an opening, moving the ball and driving it. She'll try to skip it past Kava. Kava not having any of it. Well, Jeffrey, you talked about it. We mentioned off camera. This is a rematch of last year's final. Such a thriller in that one going to overtime. And Doherty goes cross cage for the goal and pads the lead at 6-3 now for Fullerton.
Have to be impressed with the way that Fullerton has really settled down after the slow start, getting themselves behind early. But you look up here in the fourth quarter, just 3 goals allowed, and they've gotten back to what they do well, very disciplined offensively and defensively, and now they've opened up a 3-goal lead.
Yeah, I think Fullerton's starting to assert themselves with their physicality that was lacking in the early going that allowed Sierra to gain some momentum.
It's always such a benefit when you're good defensively. You can really rely on that when things are somewhat out of sorts offensively or having a hard time getting your bearings in a matchup, but you can always rely on that defense, which is rock solid to keep you in a game.
And you knew Sierra was going to come out of the gate pumped up and playing to defend their crown. And they were thinking upset early on, but now Fullerton in the driver's seat looking for a little bit more. Doherty looking for some room, trying to turn the corner. She's double teamed, kicks it back out front to Nunez. Portales now with it at the point. Brings it over to Santis. Lopez converged on double team. This will be a kick out and an exclusion.
Yeah, the double team's a little late getting there. That really creates a situation where the foul is drawn.
That one hits the crossbar. And possession will go back to Sierra. So a quick shot on the exclusion.
Good job by Couch, fighting for that loose ball.
Another timeout will be spent here by Coach Scott Decker for the Wolverines. Well, more timeouts than we're used to seeing here, Stoy, and you wonder if, this is, obviously you're trying to keep this as close a game as possible. You can now trail it by 3. Is maybe this possibly a way to get your team a breather late in the ballgame?
And I think also, transition hasn't been as much of a storyline. Counter is not as much of a storyline. Both teams disciplined, getting back on defense and not allowing odd man rushes on counters. So there's more time, and you need to design plays. You need to design something more in a half-court type of setup to get something that's going to work. And so far for Sierra, that's been the challenge.
Well, Jeff, let's talk about the matchup coming up. Long Beach playing against Sierra. Sierra, and congratulations, of course, to that program, sending both the men's and the women's teams here to the 3C2A championships in 2019.
Yeah, well, Long Beach, as advertised, 9 championships in their storied history in water polo, and they're, coming in off a similar type of effort this year with 28 wins against just 3 losses. So for Sierra, who comes in 19-9, something of an underdog here, obviously, on paper. One thing to note about Sierra's schedule, a lot of play against teams from the South. So the record could be a little bit misleading as well. Sierra has played a very tough regular season schedule and no doubt deserves to be here as well. So Long Beach can't go to sleep even for a second.
Yeah, and the scheduling by design to toughen up the team and ready them for this potential finals run. But Long Beach and Golden West, the class of the 3C2A when it comes to men's water polo, that's for sure. Crouch with it out front. 7 on the shot clock, still winding down. Not much doing here, and there's a whistle, and this one just going to be tabled into the corner.
Yeah, that's got to be disappointing for your Sierra coming out of a timeout, and you can't even muster a shot on goal. But the Hornets really challenge you on the perimeter, and an errant pass or two takes you out of your offense, and all of a sudden you're battling the shot clock.
Jackson over to Portales. Portales at the top. This is Nunez rising up to save that pass, looking into the middle. That pass stolen.
That's a great job defending in the whole set.
Yeah, Chapman comes away with the steal, kicks it back to Churcher. Churcher looking down the pool. Looking for something to open up. This is Crouch. Crouch fouled by Jackson. Haven't seen Calzada into the game. Only player to score here today with the hat trick and 3 on the board for Sierra. That pass gets away. Vanderlinden. Doherty with a steal. Up ahead to Nunez. Nunez and Jackson 2-on-2. Here comes the defense coming back for Sierra. Nunez will kick it to the top over to Lopez. Lopez to Santis, and you expect Fullerton to maybe kill some clock on this possession. Not opt for a quick shot. Portales kicks it to the point. Lopez, Nunez, shot on goal but saved again by Church, and she's been terrific here in this semifinal.
Sierra defensively content to sort of pack it inside and defend the whole set. Now a turnover gives it back to Fullerton.
Yeah, Nunez tracks this one down. Sloppy play from Crouch as she gives up possession.
That's great hustle by Nunez. Just kept that play alive,
Didn't
kept battling.
Give up. Exactly right. Takes advantage, and Doherty now puts this one into the cage.
That's a real crusher if you're Sierra. You have a good defensive set. You want to come back, try and cut into the 3-goal deficit. Instead, the turnover in their own zone. And
Doherty
it leads to the goal on the other side.
Fires it in. She's been terrific this season for Doherty. On the year, she has a couple goals in this one. She's the leading goal scorer on the season. Now, I believe with 84, I think she has 2 in this one. Of course, my stats always unofficial. Common theme here, SoCal College Sports. The official man is Andrew Wheeler. He's at the table. He will relay the accurate stats as soon as he can. Calzada whiffs on it. And there's going to be an exclusion here. Will this be a 5-meter?
It really should be. That foul occurred inside the zone.
Yeah. No 5-meter, but an exclusion. So Sierra up a man. Crouch with it out front. A whistle. Up top, this is Potts. Potts sends this one over the crossbar. And time ticking down on Sierra. As top seed, Fullerton looks to move into the winner's bracket tomorrow to face the winner of West Valley and RCC, and that one will feature a ton of talent. RCC dispatching Santa Barbara in an upset at the SoCal Regionals to punch their ticket here to Golden West. Only loss on the season for Fullerton versus a JUCO squad this year came at the hands of Riverside. That one in from the far side as Diana Levis.
Levas on that play gives a little look off, and that is enough to throw Churcher off.
Did she go for the Patrick Mahomes?
On the shot, yeah. But take a look again as we see the replay. Just a little hesitation, maybe a little look like she's going to come back. Then she fires, and that maybe gives her that extra split second to slip it past Churcher.
Yeah, that, and it looked like she was trying to go for near cage. So throwing off the goalie with the eyes, and Churcher not there. Emery Johnson, a fan of the Chiefs, so he appreciates the Mahomes reference for sure. Under 3 minutes to go. Getting back to the West Valley Riverside matchup, West Valley 5 All-Americans on their team. And we'll get to some of those names. And a lot of goal scoring in that one. A lot of firepower, and really it's gonna depend on whether or not the role players can get going for West Valley.
That's a great job by Levas, maintaining inside water defensively on the whole set, cutting down the angle for that shot.
West Valley features a player in Naja Novakovic. triple digits on the year in goals, but she has an absolute cannon, plays well above the water. And those notes courtesy of Matt Folsom, Sports Information Director at West Valley, and of course we say thank you and a hello to Matt. We'll see him up at soccer in De Anza. We'll have that for you in a couple weeks from now. The lead is swelled for Fullerton to 8-3. We'll have a timeout at the pool. 2 minutes to go. Looks like we might have some substitutions. Take a timeout ourselves. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. Coming up on the 2-minute mark here in the fourth period. Timeout from Fullerton. Santis out front versus an exclusion. Doherty tried to fire. I don't know if she had a grip on it. And are we going to have an exclusion on Doherty firing the ball well after the whistle? Doherty heading to the box. That play a result of some frustration. Coach Decker will take a timeout, try to move up his players in the pool. Also some substitutions. Calzada back into the mix. Comes near side. That one intercepted. Santis well out of the pool to pick that one off. Well, we have an exclusion here on Sierra. Indeed we will. Looks like Chapman going to come off. So Sierra again playing man down. Nunez to Santis. Santis to Portales. Doherty looking for some room. Kicks back. Fullerton just needs to wind down the clock. 10 on the shot clock. Nice pass inside. Portales. Give and go. And the pass not handled cleanly from Levas.
Yeah, they were really giving Levas a lot of room,
yep,
intending to double once the pass went in. And they finally got it to Levas, but she couldn't get the one-timer off.
Just did not handle it cleanly, and the passing not there. And the defense just into another gear here as the game has gone on for Fullerton. Under a minute to go. Two more matches after this. Talk about the men's matchup earlier. Sierra on the men's side against Long Beach City. Chris Oding from Long Beach. We look ahead to tomorrow. We start things off at 9:30. Third place games, men first, women second. Also for the championship matchup, I believe we are slated for a 1 or 12:15 start time for the championship. Tomorrow for the men's bracket at 1:30. So we're back in action. Substitutions. Starters come out. Jackson now playing in the center. Rakel. And that shot handled by Gamelgard. She's come on for Samantha Churcher. So we kick down the pool as Chapman. 9 seconds to play. Looking for Calzada, looking for another one. And Cava tracks this one down. 8-3, your final here in semifinal number 1 of the women's bracket. The top seed from the South, Fullerton. And the Hornets move on. They will play the winner of West Valley and Riverside later today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Coming up just a little bit, Long Beach and Sierra here on SoCalCollegeSports.com's continuing coverage of 3C2A Championship Water Polo.